Are the at-risk teachers usually a seasoned teacher, like years of experience, or are they pretty new?
Probably not new. So you probably wouldn't be looking at someone that makes 26 at 9 or 23, 250 or whatever it is. Because really what you want is somebody that
does have experience.
And kind of gets how to get kids to work and really fundamentally, so what's going on that you aren't doing this work?
I think newbies would really struggle with this type of a position. I think they'd be very frustrated.
Today I visited with a kid who was just refusing to do the work. And I said, I don't get it. You got the environment, you got the person, you got the supplies and materials. And he said, I'm going to get no credit for it. It's going to be a 0. And I said, no, it's not. What made you think? Well, he said, you didn't tell me I was going to get credit for it. He said, I thought I was so many days late that I wasn't going to get credit for it. And I said, no. I've talked to the teachers and said, you don't need to give them necessarily an A because it's 3 weeks late. But for gosh sakes, don't give them a 0 because it's 3 weeks late. Our purpose is we want them to do the work. If we want to fail them, we can figure out all sorts of ways really easily to fail kids. But if we want them to understand the content and be able to go on to the next thing, and he said, well, you should have just said that sooner. I'm like, well, I just thought you understood that. And he said, I'm going to need a computer, and you need to go get my social studies book, first of all. And I checked a couple times before I left the building at 11 or 11:30, and the teacher that was with those kids said, he's doing just fine. Just get out of here and let us work. He's smart. I don't know why he didn't do it. You could say, well, why would the district hire somebody to do that? Our mission is for them to understand the content. And those kids don't all live in homes that you have.
That's right.
I'm just going to tell you, we go on home visits, and it reminds me every time I go on one that those kids didn't grow up the way my kids did. They don't live in the house that I do, and they don't. That's just that simple. And the least the district can do is try to educate them. And
well, they need somebody who they feel is showing an interest in them. Who cares about it?
You know, some of the kids really like Mrs. Tegas, and some of them don't like her at all. For the ones that don't like her at all, they get the stuff done and get out of there because they don't want to be there. And for the ones that do, it's another connection for them to be able to have a place to go as well. But
so how do we handle emotions here?
I don't know. I guess all I would be asking is somebody, if you're saying as a general group that it's okay to go looking for somebody, we can start that way.
For all of these positions, or are you just talking about the
Well, like you, Auburn has to have a teacher, so there is getting choice. We have to have a special ed teacher. Probably the only one that's debatable at all would be the at-risk person. So Brent, you haven't said anything. Are you okay?
Yep, I'm fine. Well, it goes back to some of the things you said. I mean, we ended up getting rid of teachers last year, and now we're hiring back. That doesn't mean that you make one mistake, you make another one now. So just those lines of logic that if you feel we need them, you would know lots more than I would. So
and here'd be the other, the other thing to think about is that because we have this position doesn't necessarily mean last year or this year that we would have had someone on the staff that wouldn't have still been released because they might not have had the personal qualities or the qualifications to really do that sort of job as well. So, and
I don't think we made a mistake last year. I think we did what we had to do, and it was not easy. It was painful in a lot of ways. But this is another year.
Sure. The third grade at Wall Lake is simply because there's more kids.
So they need a motion to hire a third. Is that what you're asking?
I don't think. I'm just telling you that's what we're going to go looking for. If you're all right with it, I don't.
I'd just get nervous about one board or the other making a motion until we know what the transfers are, because it could end up being a transfer from a WLBA middle school contract into third grade potentially, or
Okay.
So I think we just deal with it when we deal with it. Yeah.
So do you want a sentence about the at-risk?
I think I have it.
Okay.
But I think I get it. So we can move ahead on that.
Okay.